So in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys a few neighborhoods to stay in while you're living in, or while you're just here in Lima, Peru. Now just keep in mind that this country has a population of around 32 million, and Lima's population is around like 11 million. Basically, around a third of the population is living in the capital. So this city is huge, and there are many different districts and areas and neighborhoods. But I'm only going to focus on 3 of them because I think these areas would be great for all different types of travelers. For those coming with families, for those who are business minded, and for the traveler who's just, hey, I'm just in town for a few days. I'm looking for somewhere safe, nice, restaurants, all the amenities around me. So without rambling too long, let's start off with the first one. Miraflores. I would say this is the top area for any sort of traveler, tourist, business, families, couples, solo, etc., etc. It's one of the more beautiful, modern, built-up areas. Walking through this district, you're going to see the huge buildings, along with just the regular apartments if you know that's your style. So you can find a little bit of everything here. It's also great for those who are looking, like let's say you're from the US or Canada and you really don't want to give up your Western amenities when it comes to accommodations overseas. Tons of restaurants in the area, like literally some of the best restaurants in the world are located in Miraflores. Malls and super centers and commercial centers, you're gonna find a lot of them. Last but not least, this district is located right along the water. So if you wanna go to the beach here, you have that option. Now just keep in mind that all of that comes with a cost. So it's also one of the more expensive areas to stay in. But if you can afford it, I would say definitely make this your first option. Next on the list, this neighborhood is right next to Miraflores, south of it, and that's Barranco. Now the main difference is the architecture. Where Miraflores is a little bit more built up and you're gonna see the huge buildings. Barranco is more of a bohemian, artsy, hipsterish sort of place. Okay, so you're not gonna see many apartments or homes built up. This is the place where you're gonna see more colonial buildings and architecture. A lot of the restaurants and places are renovated like mansions and just old homes. But what I love about it is that it also has the same things that Miraflores has. As far as safety, security, many restaurants as well. Usually during the day, it's pretty chill, but at night, it really turns up. This is a very popular nighttime neighborhood, especially due to all the pubs and bars and just the vibes here. And also back in the day, Barranco was a very popular beach destination. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of surfers here walking through the neighborhood on their way to the beach to go catch some of the waves. And yes, there's a beach in Barranco that you can go to, walk along the boardwalk and just have a great time. All in all, Barranco is a great alternative to those who aren't really looking for that Western feel. Last on the list, we have an area called this name usually gets me, San Isidro, which is the business center of Lima, Peru. So being that you already know, built up, has a modern feel. I think there's also like a golf club or golf center or something. So, a lot of money in the area. There are many options here. You don't have to be right in the thick of things, right in the middle of all the hustle and bustle. They do have quieter areas to reside in. Now, all 3 of these areas I spoke about are right next to each other. If Miraflores was the center, Barranco would be just south, just right under, and San Isidro will be north. Okay, so they're all connected, which is great because it gives you a lot of room to move around, and it's not one of those. It's not one of the areas where like you take a right and walk 2 blocks and you're in the hood. Now there are a few other areas. Another good one is Surco, which is farther south. I think due to the location and being a large city, Lima is, you might have some traffic. So Surco might be great for those who are like living here permanently, but maybe not if you're on tourist mode. Another great area is Lince. which is perfect because it's centrally located, because it's in between two good zones. One, like up north, El Centro Histórico, the historic center where there's a lot of tourist sites and places to go. And then south is where, Miraflores, Barranco, nightlife, restaurants. So Lince is right in the middle. So it makes getting around, especially again with the traffic here, it makes it perfect. But with that being said, these are all the different areas. Okay, there are a lot more. You can't go wrong with those three. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. I hope this video has helped somebody, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Deuces.